Hey everyone, it's Shar from Shar's Fascination. No, I don't have that on right now, but I was at a friend's live stream earlier and I was watching some, or not, well, I was watching some Cursed Cosmetics, but um, I didn't get to swatch the Dark Divine for my friend's live stream, nor did I get to show this. So backstory on that, we were all having fun, right? On TikTok. We were all having fun until this one chick comes in and I'm noticing, okay, there's something wrong with her packaging, right? She's like, oh, I have a makeup line. I have this. And she tries to compare herself to Jeffree Star. Like, honey, if you haven't been in the game long enough, you can't compare. So she's also saying, no, I have this lip shade called Tombstone. Really? I happen to have the lip shade Tombstone right here from Cursed Cosmetics. So she's also bragging about a purple tone that she has, and I already have them. And they're from Cursed Cosmetics. She's trying to say, oh, I have like this, the stuff that changes color when you put it on your lip. Hello, Cursed Cosmetics. And it goes on your lip. Don't worry about it. I got my makeup wipes. So when somebody comes into your live stream, right, you just share that down. And it sure is still pretty. And even when you share it down like that, that's pretty. I don't need my ring light on for this. I got my makeup wipes. So like I said, I did not get to swatch the Dark Divine. I mean, I'll be going to like film some video and stuff, like probably Saturday. But when people go into a person's live stream and when you weren't invited up on the panel, right? So one of the first palette that I showed was the Cursed Cosmetics Paranormal palette. Remember the colors, remember the packaging. I'm saying that for a reason. And this chick is all, you know, trying to compare herself and try to say she has this and that. And this is the Project Fear palette. They used to be on the Travel Channel. And I was showing this because look, aren't those cute? And then I went in to like a few of the shades and telling them, you know, which ones you know, that's supposed to be light like that. You know, but this chick comes in, like I said, she starts taking over my friend's live stream, and I did not appreciate that. Then there's these two. This is a whole different red than that one. Do a side by side. See, this one's more of a pinkish red. So makeup wipe is always handy. So it's like, then I start showing the blush palettes. This is the Batty Blush, or Bat Blush, Volume 1. Very beautiful. And then Bat Blush, Volume 2. Also very beautiful. Then I also show the Buckwa Hide palette, the Hide Your Face palette. And, you know, show that off. Then I swatched this, which is very pretty. It's always pretty. so people can see, like, you can see it and there's a little iridescence in there. So it's like when you blend that down, you can see that a little more. Which is cool because it kind of has that purplish green iridescent tone to it. Then I'm explaining which ones you have to use the glitter glue with, which is fine. You know, the Lolita Bites palette, I go in here, I swatch a couple, show those. The Spellbook palette, I showed that. Gotta get that open. Anyway, showed that. Now this one I did not swatch, but it does have good colors in it. Right, so, and I showed the Black Veil Brides palette, right? While this chick is talking over me. So that's just rude. That's just very fucking rude. So I go on this one right here. Now this one you will need a glitter glue for that one. It's a nice shade. Then I go into this red just to show that it's also not the same red as the other one. Get your little shimmery iridescent moment. And you got that red, completely different from the other ones. But she just kept yammering on and on and on and on and on. I was up there first. I always have respect for other people, but if you cannot have respect for a person's live stream trying to hustle something, this is the Dark Divine palette. As you can see, the water activated eyeliners, I have played with those. This has really good shades, like the I was just playing with it too. Black Veil Brides. It does have one of those shades that, you know, just be careful pressing into it. There's a couple of them like that, like this black one. Look at the color shift. And that, honestly, see that? There's that purple iridescent color shift. That is fabulous. I gotta clean my fingers. And then there's the shimmery red tone, and then there's actually the matte. Just very beautiful, right? But like I said, I didn't get to swatch this because that chick was fucking rude. Rude. And she was making some sort of excuses, and then I was noticing her story didn't match. It just did not match. If you are, and you know, I'm not a makeup creator like Gerard Cosmetics, Kars Cosmetics, and Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and you know, all these other brands out here. When they move, they don't just say, oh, I have to sell it all because I can't take it with me. When a brand moves, they make sure that they have a moving company come in gently and very carefully. I've seen Jeffree Star do this. Very freaking carefully place your stuff and ship it. Or the cosmetics creator themselves may just happen to be moving in a vehicle big enough to take what they have in their home with them. Don't offer the shit that's in your house to people that are watching. Don't do that. Do not do that. And why? Because I'm going to swatch the purple one. There's two of them. One of them is a shimmer. As you can see right there. I'm not flipping you off. I'm just showing you. I felt that was really weird. Unprofessional. I'm going to blend that shimmery one out. So I thought that was very unprofessional. Like she was trying to say, well, nobody else does LGBTQ. That's not true. Jeffree Star Cosmetics, Curse Cosmetics, Gerard Cosmetics does it too. And I'm pretty sure there's some other cosmetics companies out there that support the LGBTQ community. So for somebody to come into a live stream basically uninvited to the panel, right? You're not invited to the panel, but somehow you made it up there. These are also shimmers. Look at that. Look at the shift. It's got a slight shift. There we go. But when you're not invited up on somebody's panel, you just take it over? Oh, honey, no. No, no, no. Let's not do that, shall we? That's the green eyeliner. I got my fingers stamped for a reason. The orange one. Pink. Get the black. Yep. That black is like, wow. And then we'll get that white eyeliner. Sort of. Sort of. But these eyeliners are really good. But then when she starts naming her products off, right? And I know not everybody likes Jeffree Star. Okay. But for I know this sounds rude. She was rude. But for a basic no name to come up and compare themselves. Oh, honey, no. No. Okay, so she was naming some lip colors as well. That's a really pretty mossy green. I don't have my glasses back here, but I don't know how well you can see that. Anyway, these are all cursed. Now I do have some Jeffree Star, and I have some Gerard Cosmetics as well, and I have some Juvia's Place. This one's a Rain. So that woman was talking about, oh, I have a really good black matte liquid lip. Y'all, I had lip color on for hours. Have had lip color on since, let's see, I don't even know what time it is right now. Since, let's see, 6:51 now. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 hours, right? And I ate something greasy, homemade tacos. So of course, that's gonna take it off of there. This mirror. Yeah, it is. This one's mirror. It's and she was claiming to have a specific blue tone. Honey, And these don't smell bad. Now, her packaging, she wasn't really showing. Now, this is a lip gloss. Smells like fruit. It's like a lip oil, actually. And she was showing a red lip oil. Saying like, oh, nobody else has this lip oil in this color. I beg the dipper. Get me out of the makeup wipe. I'm honestly not too worried. Got how many makeup wipes I use. I don't have any foundation on, so it's a nice shade of red. Then we have like this pumpkin-y orange. These are matte liquid lips. When these dry, they don't move for hours, just hours. So what I had done was this. I'd taken the purple. In fact, let me get the mirror for this. I had taken the purple, and the minute I showed this mirror, she's like, oh my gosh, I have mirrors. But when somebody goes out of their way and your body language and your story doesn't match, the tone in your voice does not match. This is the blue shade. Another blue. I love this. I gotta wear these more often. I basically use these ones for like when I do Curse Cosmetics looks. Yeah, that's already drying. That's why I do that. Yeah, this is Tombstone. So after this dries, I'll put Tombstone on. So right there. Yep, dry enough. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm leaving the purple kind of as a lip liner. So my friend is telling her, she's like, because this woman is trying to say, oh, I'm the only brand with like witchy stuff. No, you're not. No, you're not. So I did this, right? And this is going to dry down. And I did not get to show this on that live. I did not. And why? Because she wouldn't shut the fuck up. Plus, she did not ask permission to do what she was doing. I mean, I get it. Somebody wants to like try to pretend a brand. Look at that. That's what I mean. Like, this is beautiful. Got that purple, bluish, green shift. And you know what you can do with that? That's right. That's pretty. And I'm honestly not worried about this because, like I said, I don't have any other makeup on. But like I was saying, when people have the freaking audacity, she was even trying to say that she had, setting spray, and she had all sorts of stuff like a lavender powder. I recognized the packaging. Gerard Cosmetics, anyone? When it comes down to my favorite brands, I'll tell you what, I don't play with people like that. Don't try to claim some shit you know you're not. Don't come into somebody's live stream and say, oh, well, this and oh, that, and try to claim that you're better than Jeffree Star or Gerard Cosmetics. That's matte right there. This is that lavender shade. There we go. Might be able to see that a little better. I doubt it though. But like I said, I don't have no makeup on except for this, but without it, with it, even with no foundation, right? And I do have that loose powder from Curse Cosmetics. And yes, I am using a Curse powder puff. But like I said, when you go into somebody's live stream and like we were all having fun and having a conversation, and because that's what we do. I haven't gone live over on TikTok in a while, honestly. But what I don't like what people do is go in and freaking shyst. I do not like shysty ass people. I'm not a shyster myself, but do not go the fuck into people's live streams and be that bitch that seems to think it's okay to sell something that's repackaged or relabeled, I should say. This shit looked relabeled. Take that off. See, look, y'all, one wipe. Only because I wiped it, only a little bit came off. Because I had that other over it, because I had this over it, it was easier to take off. But like I was saying, when you go into people's live stream and your intention is not to have respect, don't bother. Because that makes you look bad. And then when you make some excuses, oh, I'm moving and we don't know how long we're going to be gone, maybe a year. And also she showed her kid, not my friend, but the other person was showing her kid in the live stream. Oh, come here, honey. Maybe people don't want to see your kid for privacy for that child. Especially when you claim that some of your kids are special needs. So I honestly have problems with people that use their kids to sell potential stolen product. Because we all know that there was a bunch of cosmetics and skincare and stuff stolen out of warehouses over the last 4 years. And anybody could have put their label on that. Anybody. Oh, it's nice and clean now. Anyway, like I said, I just don't care for those kinds of people. It doesn't make them look smart. And swatch the silver for you. Isn't that pretty? That. Take a shade like this right? And then you're going to take that other shade next to it, right over that. Just kind of blend that in, I guess. And look at that. That's pretty by itself. But, yeah, like I said, I just don't care for those kinds of people. Like, if you're going to do business, push it on your own page. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of this one cosmetics company. Oh, my friend Christine, she knows it because she's got stuff from her before. Oh my gosh, why is it I'm brain farting that? Because I don't own it yet. So Saturday, I will be showing some Curse Cosmetics that will be here Saturday. And for YouTube, it'll go up late. Okay. For the other platform, we'll be live. Like I said, when nobody really knows who you are, and maybe a person, but you know, again, if you're in somebody's live stream and the other people that are already up on the panel are just like talking about brands and, you know, Kim, he thought that, sorry, honey, you're born male, and I'll just call you Doll. So, Kim Doll. I was, you know, showing this. I was showing him the eye primer from Gerard, and he was like, "Oh wow!" And I'm like, "Well, I have codes. If you ever want to use my codes, you feel free to use my codes." So I gave everybody in the live stream my codes, and they're like, "Oh, codes," which is great. See, that's how you have fun. That is exactly how you have fun in a live stream. If you have a code, you share your code, but you do it respectfully, and you do it if people want your code. If people aren't interested in your code, don't bother. You know, it's like somebody may admire something that you have. Like Spoiled Lips Cosmetics, they don't have the Rich Luxe palette anymore, but I got this when it came out. The only Spoiled Lips Cosmetics palette that I have. And that's the top row. It's an older palette. I think I've had this one for like 3-4 years. I'm not getting rid of this palette because it's iconic and it's my friend. It is. It's iconic. Get those little hearts right there. No, parts of the heart. So these two shades are the heart in the middle of the palette. The white is buildable, by the way. And then the purple shade, right? So it's like, I don't know if this chick was jealous, but quite honestly, it looked like she had relabeled a low-cost brand that maybe not everybody is familiar with. These two are named after Rich's parents. That one's Robert. And Robert and Carmen. Without the San Diego. You know where I'm going with that. I let my kids watch that when they were growing up. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? But yeah, like I said, for TikTok, I'm going to go ahead and tag my friend. Because, like I said, it was not just fucking weird, but it was fucking rude. I mean, like, serious. Who the fuck does that? And then she was trying to say that she had a gold palette. Hello, I have the gold-blooded palette right there. Next to that is the Gothic Beach palette. But like I said, when you have people out here that you couldn't sell an Eskimo to a snowball, and I'm just going to say it like that, or a snowball to an Eskimo, don't try your horrible pitch. It didn't work with me. It didn't work with some of my friends. It was so horrible that if you can't work that sales pitch, have somebody else do it. That's what some of these cosmetics companies have affiliates for, where you have people that are going ahead and reviewing your product because they purchased it. And like I said, my whole thing about that is, and sorry, this is extra long today. My whole thing about it is, like I said, one, don't go in there and rudely interrupt and take over somebody else's live stream. Like I said, that's just rude. That's just really fucking rude. And I like going over to TikTok and posting a few things. And it's fun because, or I'll post something like the weather thing the other day. And I rotate out my palettes. So y'all know if they look weird sitting up there, that's because I'm rotating them. That way they get equal use. You should do that, or you should try that. That way your palettes do get that equal use. So every time you go to reach for a palette, reach for the one that's in the back and then pull it forward and use it that day. And then again, rotate them out. That's what I've been doing, like I said. And I'm glad that I do, because, that can make anybody stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. Honestly, I don't know what the hell was going on with that chick, but honey, Linda, by the way, all by itself. That's what it looks like by itself. But anyway, that's enough with that. That's my little what the hell talk about that kind of attitude out of people, thinking I'm gonna fake having a product and use names from other products. Jeffree Star owns names to some of his products. He legit owns some of it, so people would have to have his permission, which is fine and all because he's a businessman. And like Kim Doll, I hope everything gets better for you. I really and seriously do. What happened to you was wrong, and maybe Jeffree can help you, because Jeffree, like I said, not everybody likes Jeffree. He has donated clothing to women's shelters. He has donated makeup that he would take out of his own warehouse, not the expired shit, stuff out of his warehouse, and take it to shelters, donating money to shelters and all sorts of different stuff. And this is the side of Jeffree Star nobody wants to talk about. And it's kind of a shame. I've never personally met him in person. One day I want to take a trip to Casper. It's my bucket list trip. You know why. So I want to take a trip to Casper, Wyoming, and go to Meat and Makeup, try some yak meat. Hey, I like bison. I'll try yak meat. Then I want to go to Utah, go to the Curse Cosmetics store. Then I want to go to Dallas and meet Jen Gerard. She's a sweetheart. With all the shit that happened to her, she's a sweetheart. So yeah, I mean, maybe meet up with Rich too. If I can meet up with Rich and Jen at the same time, that would be fabulous. That would be fabulous. But anyway, ranted long enough. Remember to be respectful to each other. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Yeah, sorry, this shit's long.